In the quiet suburbs of Mount Holly, North Carolina, Joshua and Stacy Hunsucker looked like the perfect all-American couple. High school sweethearts who married in a sunny ceremony in Myrtle Beach in 2010. They built a life together filled with cookouts, concerts, and the laughter of the two young daughters, Piper and Willow. Joshua was the strong, capable one, a former college football player who had become a highly respected flight paramedic with Atrium Health's MedCenter Air. He flew on emergency helicopters, saving lives every shift. Stacy, 32, was the heart of the family, kind, loving, always bringing good news wherever she went. As her friends later remembered, she had battled health issues after Piper's birth, low blood pressure, low heart rate, and even a pacemaker implantation. But she pushed through, staying active and hopeful. To outsiders, their marriage seemed solid. No public fights, no red flags, just a cute couple raising two girls in a modest home. But behind closed doors, something darker was brewing. Prosecutors would later allege that Joshua Hunsucker had been slowly poisoning his wife for months, maybe longer, using something so ordinary it was sitting in almost every medicine cabinet in America: eye drops. The active ingredient, tetrahydrozoline, a chemical that, when ingested in large enough quantities, can cause dangerously low blood pressure, slowed heart rate, extreme drowsiness, and ultimately cardiac arrest. It mimics the exact symptoms Tracy had already been struggling with for years. Perfect cover for a paramedic who knew exactly how the human body would react and how to hide it. On the evening of September 23, 2018, Joshua called 911. He told dispatchers he had found Stacy unresponsive on the couch. She was not breathing and blue. Paramedics rushed to the scene, but it was too late. Stacy was pronounced dead at the hospital. Joshua told family and friends it was a heart attack, a tragic but understandable, and given her medical history, he refused an autopsy, reportedly saying he did not want her cut up. Because Stacy was an organ donor, a small vial of her blood had been preserved before cremation. That single vial would later become the key to unrailing everything. Within 2 days, Stacy's blood was cremated. Joshua filed a claim for her $250,000 life insurance policy. The money came through. He collected more than $200,000. Life moved on quickly, at least for him. Colleagues noticed he seemed strangely unaffected. He started dating a co-worker. He hired a babysitter named Kellyanne McDonald for the girls. According to later interviewers, Kellyanne observed that Joshua was all over his new girlfriend in the same house he once shared with Stacy. He rarely spoke about his late wife, never said things like "I miss Stacy" or "the girls miss their mother." It was as if she had simply been raised. Stacy's mother, Susie Robinson, grew suspicious. She tipped off the insurance company about Joshua's affair and inconsistencies in his story. Joshua had given conflicting accounts of what happened that night. To one friend, he said he went for a walk. To another, he was cutting wood in the backyard. To Susie, he claimed he was on the computer with his back turned when Stacy slammed over. The Department of Insurance and the medical examiner quietly pulled Stacy's preserved blood sample. The results were shocking. Her blood contained the lethal levels of tetrahydrozoline. On December 19, 2019, more than a year after Stacy's death, Joshua Hunsucker was arrested and charged with first-degree murder, insurance fraud, and obtaining property by false pretense. He pleaded not guilty and was released on $1.5 million bond. Prosecutors alleged he had been poisoning Stacy's drinks over a period of time leading up to her death, using the very substance he knew would be almost undetectable unless specifically tested for. As a paramedic, he had access to medical knowledge and the ability to watch her deteriorate. slowly without raising immediate alarms. The community was stunned. Friends like Shilly O'Day said that they would never have suspected him. If I wrote 10 people that I thought would commit a crime, he would not even be a glimpse in my brain. Philip Smith remembered Stacy as someone who only brought goodness into the world. Now her death was being reclassified as homicide by poison. Stacy's parents filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Joshua and fought for custody of their granddaughters. But this was only the beginning. Thank you for watching. Follow for more videos.